Hi, Jon Jon. It's nice to see you virtually.
Janet, kamusta na?
Mabuti. So, talk about being part of the Ryan Murphy universe.
You know, being part of the Ryan Murphy universe is like winning the lottery, right? Because the way he works is, it's like a repertory. Like you finish with one play, and then you go just put on the next costumes, and you're doing the next one. It's wonderful because his material, the way he tells the story, his taste of the surrounding, the physical surrounding of the storytelling is just amazing. He is a wonderful artist, and just everyone should be lucky to work with him.
And according to Sharon Stone, Ryan Murphy described you as the Marlon Brando of your generation. Yes. And so talk about also Ryan Murphy championing actors of color like Filipinos like you, Darren Criss, and even Theo Briones, your son.
He champions, the people of color, but also a lot of people who are underrepresented, right? LGBTQ community, the handicapped people, people of a certain age, the list goes on. And the thing is, he loves to tell stories that are not told. And when he chooses one story to tell, it's the way he tells that becomes magic. And all his fans can tell you it's just wonderful to behold. And the way he tells stories and say this is normal, this can be normal, just like Hollywood. All these people of color inhabiting that world. It gives people hope.
What's your reaction when he described you as a Marlon Brando of your generation?
I don't know. I don't know about that, but I'm very thankful.
And working with your son Theo, how's that experience?
Oh, working with Theo, he's an amazing actor. I'm a big fan of Theo. He's worked a lot. There was a time in his life when he was working more than we were. He's so real. He's so dynamic in his performance. That's why when I found out that he booked the job, I was so happy, because I worked with Isa before in Assassination of Gianni Versace, and now with Theo. So now I just want to work with Megan again.
In the next Ryan Murphy TV show, probably.
That's right, yeah.
And you also work with a Filipino family in the courtroom scene, working with the matriarch of the Basco family, Aida Basco. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I showed up because I think this scene was it was new, I believe, or they rewrote it. And so when I showed up on set, I didn't know who they hired. So meeting my family and then talking to Aida, that was she said, "Hey, I'm the mother of the Basco brothers," and that was amazing, because I'm a big fan of their family. And she was so funny, and she was so nice to me. And the little girl, she was wonderful, and my wife as well. I forgot her name now. That was a good day. I was happy about that, because they showed basically where he came from.
Talking about that, your character is Dr. Richard Hanover, also known as Dr. Banyaga. Can you talk about that character and how he transformed into who he is today, from Banyaga to Hanover?
Well, without giving too much away, Dr. Hanover, he's a brilliant doctor, and he means well. He truly believes that he can cure anyone because he's that good. In a way that got him in trouble because he's been using all these methods that weren't tested, but he just heard about from another country. And because of his mistakes, he had to run away from that, from that life, and obtain a different personality.
Mhm. In our earlier interview, you mentioned Dr. Fe Del Mundo, and as a pioneer doctor, can you talk about how she came about in your research?
I actually was approached by someone, I believe her nephew or great grandson. They were asking me about my interest in her story because she's an amazing woman, and she just happened to be also from my province of Torrijos, Marinduque. So I researched her and found out about her. She's an amazing person, and she went through a lot. She went to the United States to get into Harvard medicine. They accepted her thinking that she was a man. And then, of course, they couldn't even house her because there were no female students back in those days. So she had to provide for her. So she went through a lot, which kind of helped me with that because we share that beginning of coming from a different country, of an immigrant trying to make it and really do something.
And I'll talk about also your dance sequence with Judy Davis and working with her.
That was a gift. That doing the show is an amazing thing, but having that scene there was kind of a gift because I'm a musical theater person, and to dance with Judy Davis, come on, there's nothing better than that. That was a lot of work, but so gratifying. We would rehearse. That was in the 5th episode, I believe, and we would rehearse while filming episode 4 during our lunch break. So we would film and then put on our sweatpants and then go to rehearsal and do our dance routine. That was. I'm looking forward to everyone seeing that.
And how was your experience working with Sarah Paulson, who's also your producer?
Sarah, I've worked with her now a couple of times, right? This is the 2nd time. She is an amazing artist. She made things easier for me. This is the biggest thing I've done so far. So that it can be daunting, but she just made everything easier for me. She was very supportive. We became friends, and I'm so happy about that. She is the best leader a production can have. She sets the tone, she sets the pace, and she knows her process, and she's very protective of it. And when you watch her do her thing, you learn. It's like attending a theater or theater school.
Yeah, she mentioned she likes toasting martinis with you after the show.
Yes. I love my martini. I'm a bad influence with her. She's like, I can't drink. It's like, come on, just one.
Thank you very much, Jon Jon. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, Janet. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat.